Hello, everybody. Good morning. Buenos dias. Welcome to day 225 of the year. How are you feeling this morning? How did you wake up? Hopefully you are well rested and you are starting the cycle of a new morning and a new day by being outside in the natural world and just watching the world unfold around you, focusing on your breath, being present, being here, and being now. That's what the mornings are all about, and that is a very yin part of your daily cycle. So in yin mode today in the morning on day 225, our word is prejudice. So grab your book, grab your journal and something to write with. Find that nice, quiet and comfy place where you're not going to be disturbed for the next 15 minutes or so while we read and journal together. And let's see what 365 Tao by Deng Ming Dao has to say for us today on the subject of prejudice. No mother thinks her child ugly. No one is indifferent to themselves. We are all familiar with prejudice. It comes in many forms: nationalism, chauvinism, provincialism, racism. Many of us undoubtedly cry out against these injustices. As long as there is prejudice, we declare, we are never able to fairly know one another. And yet, it is exactly a type of prejudice that also keeps us from knowing ourselves. If we think about it, we ourselves are the ones we most favor. We cater to all our bodily needs, our sensual indulgences, our intellectual curiosities, and our lustful ambitions. When we are sick or disadvantaged, no one feels our pain more or wails more loudly. When we are satisfied, no one rejoices with greater satisfaction. When we are on the verge of death, no one clings with such vehemence. As long as we are slaves to our appetites, then we cannot have the attention for spirituality. As long as we value comfort over effort, then we shall never have the fortitude for a spiritual quest. As long as we adhere to intellectual ideas over experience, then we can never have a genuine perception of Tao. As long as we insist that we are separate, individual entities apart from the rest of the universe, then we shall never realize oneness. This has come up again. I think this has been like almost a week in a row now with this concept of oneness and the fact that there is no separation. As it's here, as long as we insist that we are separate, which we are not, individual entities apart from the rest of the universe, then we shall never realize oneness. We are all part of the one whole. Here we go again. No mother thinks her child ugly. That's such a funny thing to think about, because that child is her own creation. Oh, I love that. In the same way, we are inevitably partial to ourselves. We create ourselves. Oh my God, I love that sentence. We create ourselves. And what is somebody who creates? An artist. You are the artist of your life, and your life is your art. If we are to reach any sort of spiritual realization, we must confront and resolve this prejudice. Wow. This is a really interesting passage. This sentence is just making me laugh. No mother thinks her child ugly. And why not? Because that's her creation, right? That's part of her. She created that child. So of course she's not going to think it's ugly. And then it's really interesting to think about, as it says here, we favor ourselves the most, right? And it gave all these examples of how we take care of ourselves. If we're sick, we feel it the most. Like obviously we're catering to ourselves as individuals, and nobody's going to feel our pain, but in the same time feel our joy the way we do. And my favorite sentence of all from today, obviously, we create ourselves. And I feel like this is such an important passage with the philosophy of curate a life that is a work of art. You are the artist of your life because you are constantly creating your life, including yourself. As it says here, we create ourselves. So that's my invitation for your journaling prompt this morning, is to really sit with that sentence. We create ourselves, or make it about you. I am creating myself. I am creating my life, and I'm creating my life as art. So just really sit with that, meditate on it, and write about it in your journal this morning. If I'm creating myself, what am I creating? If I'm creating my day, what am I creating? If I'm creating my breakfast this morning, what am I creating? If I'm creating the outfit that I'm going to wear today, what am I creating? Look at every single thing you do today as a creative act and think about yourself as the artist of your life as you move through your day. And look at your creativity as part of your life and part of who you are. That's my invitation for you today, and that's my sentence for today from today's passage. We create ourselves. So go out there and create a beautiful life for yourself on this beautiful day, 225 of the year. Thank you so much for being here, and I will check in with you tomorrow.